and gentlemen, and welcome to Wayne Hills High School for the opening round matchup of the NJSI AA North 1 Group 3 Girls Soccer Tournament. Today, the 14th seed Morris Hills Scarlet Knights take on the 3 seed your Wayne Hills Patriots. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps as Wayne Hills' own Cassandra Cantella performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang alert, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello and welcome to Wayne Hills High School for today's North Jersey Section 1 Group 3 Round 1 matchup that features the 4-12 Morris Hills Scarlet Knights and your 13-4-1 Wayne Hills Patriots. Alongside Jason Hook, I am Noah Sandler as we bring you today's matchup. In this state tournament, the Knights are ranked 14 and your Patriots are ranked 3. The Patriots are coming off a tough loss against Wayne Valley in the county finals on Saturday, 1-0 at Wayne Valley High School, and the Knights have not had that good of a season, and they lost in the second round of their county tournament. And now let's take a look at your stat leaders for Hills.
Leading scorer for Wayne Hills is Sophia Bradley with 24 goals and 7 assists on the season. In second is Mia Lombardi, the senior, with 9 goals and 9 assists. Then there's Sophia Carney with 6 goals and 6 assists. All around, a lot of great players, getting those goals, doing a great job on offense, and pushing this team forward.
Yeah, I mean, those are the stat leaders. I mean, there's many other players on this team who are really creating a big impact for this team, setting up those passes, being really good on defense. And from what I've heard, it's important to note that the star defensive leader for Hills, Ava Ostbach, is out today. I heard she had an injury. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I have heard. As now we see both teams coming out onto the field for today's matchup. You just heard the national anthem a couple moments ago from Cassandra Cantella, who is a senior here at Hill. She's been singing the national anthem for multiple games here this year. She was really great.
Yeah, and you mentioned before Ava Osbach with the injury. Sophia Bradley also took a bit of a fall in the last game. Fortunately, she is up and she will be playing this game. Luckily they have one of their better players on the field, and they're looking forward to a win here today.
Yeah, I mean, this really should be a pretty easy win for the Patriots, but you never say anything is easy. They still got to come out here and play for the full 80 minutes and give it all they got against this team who really only has 4 wins this year, and they've only scored 18 goals throughout the entire year, where Hills has scored a total of 65. So, big statistical matchup between these two teams, as now we see both teams breaking their huddles to start this game off. Back in goal for the Patriots is Lacerio, who's been really great all year. She's made a lot of nice saves. And it will be the Scarlet Knights to start with the ball.
Scarlet Knights will have the first touch.
And Janelle Lacerio going into this game, the senior goalie for Wayne Hills, has 58 saves in 17 games played. So, like you said, all around a great goalie, and she's one of the more reliable, goalies you'd love to have in the goal for this game.
And on a chilly day here at Wayne Hills High School, today's game is underway. Here is Season Tone on the ball. And that is chased after by Bradley, just keeps it in bounds. Pass picked off there. And now that goes out of bounds on the Scarlet Knights. It is a Wayne Hills ball. Now that is passed in. And there is Season Tone attempting to get the turnover, and the whistle is blown. Wayne Hills ball. It'll be Season Tone on the ball. And now she passes it in. And that is broken up. Shot almost taken there by Weltman, but the defense was there to stop that. And there was Blakesley on the ball, and that goes out of bounds. Today is Talia Blakesley's birthday. She is getting the start tonight. She's one of the top forwards for this Hills team.
And she's in that forward position today as midfielder Dara Golden gets the start, being pushed back on the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Golden a lot more as the season has gone on. She has 1 goal on the year. And it is a Scarlet Knights ball that is passed into Creighton. And Creighton passes it over to Clapsy. Clapsy on the ball. And there is Weltman to get it. And here is Weiss. Now back to Weltman. And that is passed up to the star player, Sophia Bradley, only a sophomore. And pass intercepted there by Weltman. And that is cleared by the defense. Creighton on the ball. She passes it up to Potdar. And now Gordimer on it. And that goes all the way down the field. Chasing after it for Hills is Golden. She's on defense today, as Jason just said moments ago. And she just clears it out of bounds. Scarlet Knights ball. And there's Creighton on it. And there is the defense to clear it. And here is Sophia Bradley on it. Passes all the way up the field. Hustling towards it is Lily Weltman, the junior. But the defense got there faster. Just kept in bounds there. And now passed all the way down the field. That goes out of bounds. It'll be Golden to pass it in. And now she gives it back to Chidrowski. And now here's Goodwin on it. And now Season Tone. Season Tone gets it up to Bradley, but that will be offsides. Just a few minutes into this game, we're already seeing Hills with some great possession time, but the Scarlet Knights defense hasn't looked too bad at all. They've been able to clear things away from the 2 top players, Bradley and Weltman.
Yeah, this Patriots team has a great offense, 65 goals on the season, able to put that pressure on the defense, and they've been doing it very well all the season.
And now, good win on it for Hills. She passed it to Lombardi, but Lombardi not able to get a nice pass off of it. And with some nice moves there was Creighton for the Scarlet Knights. Now Potter on it. But that is broken up by a Season Tone. And she gives it to Weiss. And now Golden on it. Back up to Weiss. Looking to get something going here. That goes right past the defender, Clapsy. And there was Bradley on it. It is a Wayne Hills ball. And here is Bradley. Bradley takes a shot. That goes wide to the left of the goal and out of play.
One of the things you see a lot from Sophia Bradley is, whenever she has a chance at the goal, she's going to take it 99% of the time. Whenever she has an opportunity, she loves to take it. She's kind of an all-or-nothing type player, and it's, helped her to this 24-goal season.
And now there is Lombardi to take away from the defense. And that is passed in. But defense there able to break it up. And now trying to get it up the field there. But Blakesley able to break that up. These two teams have only played once in their entire careers against each other, and that was all the way back in 2010 when Hills won 3-0. So these two teams really have not seen each other basically at all. None of these players, obviously, as all of the players from that game are now graduated. Here's Creighton on it for Morris Hills. And that goes out of play. Wayne Hill's ball. And now Bradley on it. Now she passes it up to Season Tone. Now Season Tone in towards Weltman. Bradley looking to clear it of the defense, and she makes a nice pass back there. And that is passed in the Season Tone, but that is saved by the goalie. We're not sure who the goalie is for the Scarlet Knights. It's either Polito or Sackett. They both wear number 0, and the goalie in net today is wearing 0. And it'll be Season Tone on the corner kick. That is passed in. And a shot taken that goes just wide of the goal.
As the Patriots go back on defense, they are running a sort of 4-player defense here with Golden Chudrowski and Goodwin, with Beza Bayazkhan playing that kind of defense midfielder hybrid that we've seen her play a lot this year.
Now broken up by the defense there. That is passed to Bayazkhan, and here's Season Tone on it. And she passes it all the way up, and there is Sophia Bradley. Bradley getting through the defense and takes a low shot that goes wide of the goal.
Bradley once again has that great chance, just getting past the defender. Unfortunately, a bit of a tight shot to get her leg back, as she doesn't get the full wind-up, and the kick is a little low and too far to the left.
And now passed in. And passed up the field by Bayazkhan, but no one was there. Now Weiss passes it back to Chudrowski. And Blakesley attempts to clear it there, and now she tries to clear it again, but she's really unable to. Here is Gordimer on it. And that goes out of bounds. Morris Hill's ball.
Hills once again showing their power on the defensive end. Morris Hills has been struggling a lot once it comes to getting the ball towards Hills' side of the field. And Hills has been able to answer back and push it forward onto the other side.
Now that's passed into Season Tone. And with some nice moves with Mia Lombardi, she gets it into Season Tone. And now chasing after it is Weltman for Hills. And now Bradley on it. Bradley centers it to Weltman, but that is broken up by the defense. But Bradley's still there. And she passes it into Season Tone. And now Weltman on it. And Hills unable to capitalize on that little bit of a breakaway there. And now that pass picked off by Season Tone. And Weiss back to Golden. And Golden tries to give it back in to Weiss, but that is broken up by the defense. And now here is Creighton on it. She gives it into number 11. And that goes out of play. Morris Hill's ball. And Creighton on it now with some nice moves there. She passes it to about midfield. And still with possession there. There's Fuentes on the ball. And now that is cleared up the field. Bradley tried to leave it for Season Tone, but she just wasn't there. And now that's passed back to Jadrowski and back over to Goodwin. And that goes out of play. It'll be Blakesley to pass it in. Out of bounds again. Morris Hill's ball. Now here's Jadrowski back to Golden. And Golden passes up the field for Weltman, but that is broken up there. Nice play made by Clapsey. Now that just passed back to Lasario. And she gives it to Goodwin. And Goodwin able to make a nice pass there to Blakesley. And now chasing after it is Sophia Bradley with some time. Defense kind of catching up. And Bradley has her shot saved. And that was saved there by the goalie as Weltman was chasing after it there, trying to make a play off of the ball. That wasn't able to be saved.
Bradley did a great job there trying to fake out the goalie. She runs in more than you would usually see an attacker run into that box. And she's able to fake her out. Unfortunately, that is just tipped by that defender, and it went right.
Here is Creighton on the ball. She makes a nice pass, but that is broken up there. Creighton on it again. Here's Gordimer. And that is passed wide of the goal, and that is just cleared out of play by Golden. It'll be a corner kick here. That is number 21, Jessica Gordimer for the Scarlet Knights. And the defense is able to effectively deal with it. Now shot taken, broken up. And now that's passed up the field to Season Tone. With some nice moves there, trying to get through the defense, but unable to. Here's Gordimer on it. Now that is broken up. And now Lombardi on the ball. Now Lombardi passes it up the field. Here is Bradley on it. And Bradley makes a nice pass there. Weltman on the ball. Weltman using her speed. And that is scooped up by the goalie with about 25 to go in the first half.
That Morris Hills defender, Gianna Collapsy, did a great job. Lily Weltman, very hard to keep up with when she's running down that field. Collapsy just able to knock that out of her possession.
Now here is Creighton on the ball. Now she passes it to her left, and now that goes out of play. It'll be Creighton on the ball. And here's Gordimer trying to get through the defense, passes it over to Creighton, and takes a shot, but Lisario is able just to scoop that up. And now Season Tone on the ball. She passes it back. And now all the way up the field, chasing after it is Weltman with an opportunity. Takes a shot and scores! Lily Weltman for the first goal of the game in this state matchup.
Just inside that box, Weltman able to get that one past the goalie. As you saw, the goalie for the Scarlet Knights just dived for it. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get there. And Weltman does a great job, just barely getting it past her as it gets in for the first one of the game.
That is Weltman's 6th goal of the season. She doesn't have too many goals, but she does have some very impactful ones.
24 minutes remain in the first half. Wayne Hills takes a 1-0 lead. Goal came from number 5, Lily Weltman.
And now that ball goes out of play. So Hills wasn't even able to score in their last game against Valley, so they're definitely looking to change that in this game. I'm sure Coach Rehberger was speaking to them in practice about what exactly they need to do in order to get the goals where it matters most. And now passed up the field. Here's Sophia Peterson on it. And that pass picked off by Creighton. And that is passed to Gordimer. And now passed up the field. Here's Bradley on it. Trying to get past the defense. She takes a shot. That goes high of the goal. We've seen that a lot from her in the games that we've done where she has an opportunity and sometimes her shots just go high into the red and through the goalposts.
Yeah, very unfortunate as the Patriots looking to get that second goal in. Not even halfway through the first half here. Would have put them up big.
Now that is passed in. That is Season Tone on it. She gives it to Bayazcan. Through the legs of Bradley, but Bradley able to get it back. Bradley trying to get through the defense. And all the way to the right. She centers it. And that goes over the head of Mia Lombardi. And out of play. And now that is passed in. And now Goodwin on it. She gives it to Bayazcan, who passes it back up the field. I believe that is Mia Bacchioni on the ball now. Now she passes it up to Sophia Bradley and takes a shot and scores! Sophia Bradley with her 25th goal of the year. The star sophomore player for this Patriots team. 2-0 lead to the Patriots.
She showed promise in her first year as a freshman, and now this year she just gotten better and better. It showed that goal. She made it look really easy there. Able to get that one in, and a great quick start as just over 21 minutes left. They're already up by 2.
And now Season Torn on the ball. She passes it to Bacchioni.
21 minutes remain in the first half. Wayne Hills with another goal for a
And
2-0
tripped
lead.
up there.
Came from number 24,
Wayne Hills
Sophia
ball.
Bradley, with the assist from number 20, Mia Lombardi.
And now Bradley on it. That is passed up the field and centered and broken up and kicked out of play by the defense. It'll be Dara Golden to pass it in. She gives it to Weiss. And now Weiss back to Chodrowski. And that is Blakesley on the ball. And here is Mia Lombardi. And that ball goes out of play. Wayne Hill's ball. With just about 20 minutes to go in the first half.
And just shortly after that goal from Bradley, Hills once again in that familiar territory with the corner kick here.
Number 23, Mia Bacchioni. Under 20 minutes remain in the first half.
And now that is passed up the field by the defense. And it goes out of play. It'll be Blakesley to pass it in to Goodwin. And now back over to Chodrowski. And she gives it all the way up the field. Here is Sophia Bradley with another opportunity. And takes a shot and scores for her second goal of the game. And her 26th goal of the year. 3-0 Wayne Hills lead.
And within the time frame of about, a minute and a half, she scored 2 goals already. Once again, showing off that leg, doing a great job getting down the field. And, that Scarlet Knights goalie is just no match as it gets right past her. As it's now 3-0 Patriots.
Yeah, quick lead here. You're definitely looking good in this game. I mean, they're playing against a team with only 4 wins on the year. But Hills is definitely looking overall better than they did in the last game against the Indians of Wayne Valley. Now that's passed up the field and just kept in bounds by Lombardi. And goes out of play.
19 minutes remain in the first half. Wayne Hills with another goal coming from number 24, Sophia Bradley, for a 3-0 lead. And the assist came from number 14, Ali Chedraski.
Now it's passed to Chodrowski. And now back to Losario. Back and forth between the two of them. And now that is passed over to Golden. Golden on the ball using her speed. And now Season Tone on it. But that is broken up by Patdar. Now Mia Lombardi passes it to Weiss. And now Season Tone on it. And she gives it to Bradley. And that is Bradley on the ball. She gives it in to Bacchioni. And whistle is blown. And save is made. They're going to say she was offsides.
Once again, the Patriots pushing down the field. Got right past the defender. Unfortunately, the call was made. They were looking there for their 4th goal of the game. Only about 17 minutes left in this first half. Already doing a great job on that offensive end.
And now passed all the way down the field, but that is broken up by the defense. And now Bacchioni trying to do something with it. And she gives it back to Bayazcan. And that is cleared up by the defense. And now Goodwin tried to clear it there, but Gordimer was able to get that pass for the Scarlet Knights, and she passes it towards her left. And now Chodrowski on the ball. She gives it to Golden. And that goes out of play. And substitutions will be made. Bayazcan coming out of the game. And Sydney Chesson coming in for the Patriots. And nice defense there by Golden to kick it out of play. And now Creighton into Gordimer. And now Bacchioni with a nice pass to Season Tone. And that is passed all the way up the field. Here is Bacchioni on the ball now. Now, attempts to leave a nice pass for Bradley, but Creighton was there to break that up. And now here is Gordimer on the ball. And Goodwin tries to clear it there, unable to. And now that was Potdar passing it across the field, and a shot taken that is saved by Lasario.
And Sydney Chesson, who just came into the game, one of the senior captains of the team. So far on the season, she's got 4 goals and 4 assists. So again, another great offensive presence for the team. Even as they're up by 3 goals here in the first half, they're still looking to bring that aggression on the offense, and they haven't really stopped, putting in that effort.
Here is Creighton on it. She passes it towards her left. Now with some nice moves there. And now that's a pass back to Goodwin. And now Weiss on the ball. She gives it in. That is Season Tone on it. Nice moves there by Bacchioni. Bradley leaves it for Season Tone. Season Tone passes it in, and now Bradley on the ball. Takes a shot for her 3rd goal of the game. Sophia Bradley makes it a 4-0 game. Still in the first half here with about 14 minutes to go.
Bradley scores her 27th goal on the season as she makes the hat trick for this one. Just under 14 minutes left in the first half, and your Wayne Hills Patriots are already up 4-0. So a big game, big comparison between the last game against Valley where they didn't score any goals. And as you can see, they came here to play today.
And now chased after by Bradley again. And Bradley's shot is finally saved. Almost scored her 4th of the game there. That would have been crazy. And now here is Golden on the ball. She gives it back to Chodrowski. And now over to Golden.
In the first half, Sophia Bradley with her 3rd goal of the day, number 24, makes it a 4-0 lead. And the assist came from number 7, Chara Sissenthon. 13 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half.
On that goal from Bradley, the assist was made by Chara Season-Tone. That is her 15th assist of the season. The midfielder-attacker hybrid once again, does a great job when it comes to, her passing game. As we saw earlier on in the season, she had an amazing pass over to Sophia Bradley.
And now Blakesley passes it in. And that ball goes out of play. Scarlet Knights ball. And just kept in bounds there. Here's Gordimer on it. Now that's passed towards the middle of the field. And almost cleared there by Goodwin, but now that is chased after by Golden. Now Golden passes it in. That is broken up there. And now here's Goodwin for the defense. And now with an opportunity here. Broken up there by Weiss. That ball is centered. Gordimer tries to take a shot, but that just goes wide and way right of the goal. And that'll be a goalie kick for Lasario with about 11:20 to go in the first half. Now she gives it to Goodwin. And now Goodwin passes it up the field. Now with an opportunity here.
Wayne Hills once again doing a great job pushing that ball up the field. Morris Hills all around this game has been struggling a lot, offensively and defensively. It's helped Hills out a ton, bringing them to this 4-0 lead.
Now tripped up there was Potdar Wayne Hill's ball. It is Bradley on the ball. Now she passes it in. There's Bacchioni, but that is broken up by the defense. And centered by Weiss. And it'll be a corner kick for Blakesley.
Hills once again striving on that offensive end, pushing it forward for another corner kick.
And now passed in there. And a shot taken that goes wide right. That was a shot by Sydney Chesson.
Morris Hills Scarlet Knights looking to answer back to those 4 unanswered goals so far from Wayne Hills after an unfortunate miss that went wide right by Sydney Chesson.
And now that's passed over to Potdar. And she gives it back to Creighton. And now Season Tone on the ball. tries to make a play there, but is unable to. Creighton now on the ball. And now Langbaum on it. And she gives it back to Chodrowski. And over to Goodwin. Now there is Blakesley on it. And now a shot taken. That is saved by Lasario. That shot coming off of the foot of Jessica Gordimer.
Gordimer on the season has 3 goals. Which puts her tied for second leading scorer on the team.
And now on the ball. And that goes out of play. That was Nat Oliveria. And it'll be Blakesley to pass it in. And she gives it in to Bradley, but the defense is there to attempt to clear it. That goes all the way down the field and chased after by Chodrowski. And now passed over to Langbaum, who passes it up to Sydney Chesson. But with some nice moves there was the Scarlet Knights. Whistle blown. It is Scarlet Knights ball. And now Creighton. She passes it in. And whistle blown again. Now Sophia Bradley on it, coming right to the ball. She gives it up towards Season Tone. Good win on it. All the way up the field, and there is Oliveria going after it. And that is just kicked out of play by the goalie. With just about 5 minutes to go in the first half. And there's Blakesley on it. And now Sophia Bradley coming out of the game. And now attempted to be cleared. That goes out of play. And now that ball goes out of play. Single ready to pass it in. Not able to be broken up there. And that is broken up by Carney. And that goes out of play. It'll be Langbaum to pass it in.
Patriots bringing in a few newer faces, a few younger players as they give their starters a rest here.
Yeah, I mean, with a 4-0 lead, you kind of have that opportunity. As now we see Langbaum on the ball. She centers it. And that goes out of play. Yeah, we don't have all of these other players on our rosters. Most of them are freshmen that are coming in. We saw Mia Bacchioni in the game. We see Langbaum in the game. And there's a few others who have come in just because of the score and to give the starters a rest, as that is now passed in on a corner kick. Shot taken there, but that is broken up, and now that is cleared by Gordimer. And now a good win on the ball. She gives it to Sidrowski. And now Maddie Carney on it. And Blakesley. That goes out of play. Now passed in. Here's Goodwin on it. She just clears it out again. And now Gordimer on it. Up the field, and that goes out of play. It'll be a goalie kick for Lisario with just about a minute and a half to go in the first half.
Now with a few different, new players coming into the game, Janelle Lisario, Allie Jadrowski, Carissa Goodwin, and Charles Seasontone, all starters in this game, still, going strong, still playing here. Seasontone, of course, is also a freshman like many of the newer players we're seeing on the field right now.
Now Creighton on it. Creighton has really proved to be one of the top players for this Morris Hills team. She's really getting a lot of the time and a lot of the possessions on the ball. Her, along with Gordimer, are two names that we've been saying a lot. Now Lisario passes it over to Goodwin. Now Seasontone on it. Here is Chesson. Looking for an opportunity there was Morris Hills, not able to get it in that moment. And that is cleared up the field as the clock is winding down. And that will do it for the first half here at Wayne Hills High School. Wayne Hills with a 4-0 lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for second half action and first half recap when we come back.
goes out in flames. I know. I'm the back there getting it now.
Could get an electric shock. That's how I train the kids. Same way I train the kids with a shock.
And now welcome back to Wayne Hills High School. Wayne Hills with a 4-0 lead over the Morris Hills Scarlet Knights. Now, Jason, why don't you talk about this bracket?
So far, Wayne Hills is in third, with Morris Hills being in 14th. The team that they played in their last game, Wayne Valley, is ranked second, and then first in the tournament is Ramapo. So a lot of these three great teams, obviously ranked highly here. Hills is doing a great job so far this game, so definitely showing that they deserve this.
Yeah, and if Hills wins this game, they're going to go on to play the winner of Bergenfield and Mount Olive. And if you look at the bracket, there's a pretty good chance that Hills could end up playing Valley again. That game would be next Tuesday. It would be at Valley again. So that would be the fourth time that these two teams have played. Valley winning in the series 2-1 this year. So there could be another game, which I'm almost positive Hills just would not want, but that's really their only option, unless Valley gets upset or if another team makes it to the semifinals and would play them. So these games follow a Tuesday, Friday kind of schedule. So today's the first round. Quarterfinals will be on Friday. If Hills wins today, the game will be on Friday here at 2. And then that would be the winner of Bergenfield and Mount Olive. And then the semifinals would be next Tuesday. Location to be determined. And then the championship would be next Friday. So Hills definitely has a ways to go until they could win this sectional tournament. They just got to keep focusing on their game today. They do have a 4-0 lead so far, but they got to hold up with the defense and come away with the win today.
Yeah, and with that big lead, they have brought in a few more new players. Danielle Ainelli now replacing Janella Serio in the goal, and the forward number 2, Maddie Chesson, is now in the game, with a lot of other younger players for the team. With this big lead, they got to get that experience, especially with a few great seniors leaving the roster next year.
And the second half is now underway.
Yeah, it looks like Sophia Bradley with her varsity jacket on the near side of the field going out collecting balls. And now that is picked up by the goalie. So Hill's just kind of looking to keep this going, not let in any goals, and hopefully score more if they could, and just kind of give these freshmen and sophomores a little bit more of an opportunity, these players who really haven't played that much. There's Carney on it. And now from the defense, that is just kept in bounds. Here is Gordimer on it. And now Potdar. And there's Langbaum. She passes it up the field. That is Sydney Sexton out there. And now Langbaum on it. Broken up by the defense. And that is just kept in bounds. Oh, they will say that went out of bounds. It'll be Langbaum. She passes it in. And now saved by the goalie.
Morris Hills, just like Wayne Hills, has brought in a few new players into the game. It looks like they have put in a new goalie for the team. Once again, with a big deficit here, they're gonna put in some newer players.
Now Pasta are on it. And now Cingaretti. And Goodwin clears it. And now Maddie Chesson on the ball. And tripped up there. That is passed all the way up the field. And now Carney on it. And that ball goes out of play. Hill's ball. And here is Maddie Chesson. She passes it in. And that is broken up by the defense. It is Morris Hill's ball. And now that is passed in. And a shot taken. And a nice save by Danielle Iannelli.
That'll be Iannelli's 5th save of the season. She's only played in 2 games so far, making her the 3rd appearance of the year here in this second half. Again, Patriots taking out a lot of players to get, some more playing time for their younger team. And with Lasario graduating after this year, Iannelli is going to be seeing a lot of playing time.
And a nice save there by Iannelli. And that ball goes out of play. And passed in by Sexton to Maddie Chesson. And that is hit off one of the Morris Hills player. Now Creighton on the ball. And save there. Now up the field. Here is Alex Maynard chasing after it. Centered. And that is saved by the goalie. Now Sexton passes it to Maddie Chesson. Here is Chesson on it. She takes a shot that is saved. The two Chesson sisters are out on the field, Maddie and Sydney. Maddie a freshman and Sydney a senior. And now here is Maynard on it. And that is centered. And a shot taken there by Chesson that was saved, and that ball is cleared. And that ball centered. And that goes out of bounds again. It'll be Sienna Verano to pass it in. And Carney looks to center it, but that is cleared by the defense. And now Hill's back with the ball. Saved again. These Hills backup players have really been looking great. They've been getting some nice possessions, some nice passing. And especially in a game like this where putting them in isn't that big of a risk. It's really great to see that some of these players are getting some extra playing time that they maybe wouldn't have gotten. And now Carney passes it up the field. Chasing after it is Maynard. And that is cleared away by the defense.
You know, even with these new players on the field, they're doing a great job, similarly to the original starters of the game. Doing a great job on that offensive end, able to push that ball forward. And they have gotten some shots off.
Now Verano tries to center it, but is unable to. And now that is passed up the field. Morris Hills looking for at least one goal in this game. They would hate to end their season on a shutout. And now Creighton on it. And Creighton able to keep possession. And now that is passed up the field and saved by Iannelli. And now passed all the way up the field. Creighton able to clear it. Sydney Chesson on it. She passes it back to Goodwin. Carney passes it. That is chased after by the defense. And that is passed across the field. Here's Singaretti on it. And now Sydney Sexton through the legs of the defender. Now Maddie Chesson tries to center it, but that is broken up by the defense. Now Chudrowski on the ball. And that ball goes out of play.
Even against these Wayne Hills backups, Morris Hills has been struggling to get that ball past that 50. And that just shows how good these Patriots backups are. And, you know, that future of the team is looking really bright.
Yeah, and you can't forget about some star players who aren't even in the game anymore, like Sophia Bradley and Lily Weltman, who are still going to be with the team next year. So this team can only get better as the years go on, with all this nice talent that's going to be coming up, and not too many seniors who are going to be graduating. As now that is passed up the field, here is Maynard on it. It'll be a corner kick for Sophia Carney. Now, kick is up and blocked away by the goalie. But now another shot taken that was saved by the goalie again. And now that ball finally goes out of play. It'll be another corner kick for Sophia Carney. Now it'll actually be Carissa Goodwin for the kick.
Move the ball to the other side. There you go.
Now that kick is up and blocked away by the defense and cleared up the field. And Jadrowski tries to keep it in. She passes it back to Verano. That was Riley Sexton over there. Creighton on it. All the way up the field. And now that is passed back to Iannelli. Now here is Maddie Cheston on the ball. And all the way up the field, now chasing after it. And a shot taken, that is saved. That was Sydney Sexton on that shot. And scooped up and saved. With just about 25 minutes to go in the second half.
This Hills team once again showing off, their aggressive defense, something we've seen a lot of. With only two starters still in the game, with Allie Chedorowski and Carissa Goodwin still, doing a great job on that defensive end. No real need to take them out of the game after the great job they've been doing.
And now that is Sienna Verano to pass it in. She gives it in towards Chesson. And that ball is centered. An opportunity there, but that was cleared again. Now that ball goes out of bounds. And substitutions will be made for the Scarlet Knights. And now that goes out of bounds. Verano to pass it in. And now Morris Hill's ball. And now that is centered, but that is cleared out by the defense.
Once again, the Patriots able to push things forward here on that offensive end, keeping the ball on their side for a while now.
And now Jadrowski passes it back to Goodwin. And now that goes over to Langbaum. And she's able to keep it in bounds. And now Sydney Sexton on the ball. And that is cleared. And now Maynard. And that ball is out of bounds. And Verano passes it in. Goes out of bounds again. And now passed across the field. Defense still looking to clear it. And now Sydney Sexton on it. She tries to get a shot off, but the defense was there. And the save was made.
And it seems like most of this second half so far, especially the past few minutes, has been spent on Morris Hills' side, as they are just able, after that save, to get it over to Wayne Hills.
Yeah, we're almost nearing the halfway mark of the second half. Again, Hills just looking to not let in any goals and give these backups some opportunities. These are all JV and freshman players. Now there is Chesson on it. And the whistle is blown. It's a Morris Hills ball. And that is passed in. And Ionelli for the save. Now on the ball now, a shot taken. And another save for Ionelli. And Langbaum not able to keep it in. And substitutions will be made. And now coming into the game is Dara Golden and Talia Blakesley for Carissa Goodwin and Alessandra Sidrowski. Now passed up the field. And now on the ball is, I believe, Riley Sexton. And that ball is easily picked up by the goalie. And tripped up there was Creighton. Whistle blown and a yellow card issued to Maddie Chesson. Now Maddie Chesson will come out of the game. And now a shot taken, but Ionelli picks it up. Here's Langbaum on it. She passes it all the way up the field. Now Riley Sexton on the ball. She passes it up to Maynard. And she tries to get a shot off of it, but that goes wide right.
Still just 2 starters from this game in for Wayne Hills after Carissa Goodwin and Allie Chudrowski came out. They brought back in Blakesley and Golden.
And now on the ball. That ball is centered. Not able to get a shot off. And now another shot taken. That is saved. That shot was taken by Sophia Carney.
Unfortunately, neither one of those shots could get it going for them. Riley Sexton looking for her older sister there, Sydney Sexton, on that first one. Unfortunately, was not able to get it there. And then Carney also just short.
And now Creighton on the ball. Here's Gordimer, and now looking to take a shot, and that shot taken and saved by Iannelli with just about 16 minutes to go in this second half. And now Iannelli being chased after by one of the Morris Hills players. And now here is Carney on it. And now Riley Sexton. She's using her speed. And takes a shot. That was saved. Creighton on the ball. And nicely broken up by Sydney Chesson. Now, on the far end of the field, here's Alex Maynard on it. With some nice moves. She takes a shot. That is saved by the goalie. Nicely done by Dara Golden. And now Riley Sexton on it. She is pushed. Wayne Hill's ball.
Fortunate miss by Maynard. She had a open shot there, but it was picked up by the goalie. Once again, Hills retains possession.
Here's Sienna Verano on it. Now that is back to Chesson. Chesson takes a shot, and now that goes to Riley Sexton. And she takes a shot that goes off the post.
So it's the white cable attached to the.
Sexton going for another shot there. She's been a great force on that offense. A few great passes, a few shots. Unfortunately, that one just off the woodwork. And she isn't able to get it for them.
And now on the goalie kick. We have a new goalie in the game for Morris Hills, it looks like. Here's Creighton on the ball. And now Chesson on it. And that ball goes out of play. Morris Hill's ball.
Just about 12 minutes to go here. Morris Hill still looking for that first score of the game, as the Patriots had 4 unanswered points there in that first half.
And there was Blakesley. She passes it up the field to Langbaum. Here's Creighton to make the pass up to Sharma. Now Maroney on it. And now Golden for the Patriots. Now that's given to Maddie Chesson. And Golden there to break that up with a nice move there. Now Riley Sexton on it, the freshman. She passes it up to Maynard and takes a shot that was saved by the goalie.